You know that feeling when someone asks how you're doing and you just pause? Not because you're searching for the right words, but because you genuinely can't remember the last time you felt anything strong enough to describe. That's not tiredness. That's not stress. That's something else entirely. And if you clicked on this video, chances are you already know exactly what I'm talking about. You've crossed into territory that most people don't even realize exists. A place where caring feels like work, where enthusiasm feels like a foreign language you used to speak but can't quite remember anymore. And the weirdest part? You're not even upset about it. You're just here, going through the motions. This isn't laziness. This isn't you being dramatic. What you're experiencing has a name, and understanding what it actually is changes everything. Because once you know what's really happening, you stop blaming yourself and you start fixing the actual problem. There are three things happening when you hit this wall, and they always show up together. First, there's the bone-deep exhaustion. Not the kind where you need a nap. The kind where you wake up after 8 hours of sleep and you're already tired. You feel completely drained, like someone pulled a plug and all your energy just leaked out overnight. But it's not just your body that's empty. Your emotions have gone flat. Think about the last time something made you genuinely excited. Can't remember? That's because everything feels the same now. Good news, bad news. It all lands with the same dull thud. You're not sad exactly. You're just nothing. And then there's the final piece. You start doubting everything you used to be good at. Tasks that were once easy now feel impossible. Your wins don't feel like wins anymore. They feel like flukes. These three things together, that's burnout. And it happens because your body has been running on high alert for so long that it's literally starting to break down. Your body is designed to handle stress. It's actually really good at it. Think of it like a car engine. When you need to accelerate, the engine revs up. RPMs go high. Power kicks in. That's your body responding to a challenge. That's normal. The problem is what happens when you never take your foot off the gas. After you accelerate, your engine is supposed to drop back down to a normal idle. Short bursts of high performance, and back to baseline. That's the design. But what's happening to you? You've been flooring it for months, maybe years. Work deadlines, family obligations, financial pressure, relationship stress. There's no open road where you can coast. It's just constant acceleration with nowhere to go. And just like a car engine that never gets to rest, your body starts wearing down. This is why you can't sleep your way out of this. This is why a vacation doesn't fix it. Because the damage isn't surface level anymore. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Your brain has been watching this whole breakdown happen, and at some point your brain makes a decision. A decision you don't get a vote in. It looks at the wreckage, looks at the empty fuel tank, and it says, "We can't keep doing this." So it pulls the emergency brake. And that emergency brake is apathy. Scientists have actually looked at brains in this state. The part of your brain that detects threats. It's gotten bigger, overactive, like a smoke detector that's been going off so long it can't turn off anymore. Meanwhile, the part of your brain that's supposed to manage emotions and make decisions, that's weakened. Your brain is literally restructuring itself to survive. And part of that survival mode is shutting down your ability to care. Because caring takes energy, feeling things takes energy, and you don't have any fuel left. So your brain makes you numb. Not because something's wrong with you as a person, but because something is trying to save you. This is a biological defense mechanism. When you understand that, everything changes. You stop asking what's wrong with me and start asking what does my system need to come back online. Here's the part where most advice falls apart. Because when you're this depleted, the last thing you need is someone telling you to overhaul your entire life. Join a gym, meal prep for the week, journal for an hour every morning. That's not help, that's just more work. What you need is pattern interrupts. Little circuit breakers that snap your system out of the stress loop it's stuck in. These create a pause. A moment where your brain goes, wait, what just happened? And in that moment, the stress pattern breaks. Think of it like this. Your brain is stuck playing the same song on repeat, wearing grooves into a record. A pattern interrupt is like scratching the record. It jolts the needle, forces it to jump. It's not permanent, but it creates space. And right now, space is everything. These interrupts work because they go through the body instead of the mind. And the best part? Each one takes 3 minutes or less. So let's start with the simplest ones. These work by hitting your senses so hard that your brain literally can't stay checked out. Go to your kitchen and grab a lemon. Cut a wedge. When you feel that wave of numbness coming, bite into it. Don't ease into it. Just bite. The sourness is so intense that your brain has no choice but to snap into the present moment. It's like dumping cold water on someone who's sleepwalking. Here's another one. Your sense of smell has a direct line to the emotional center of your brain. So when you inhale something potent, fresh coffee grounds, crushed mint, peppermint oil, it can flip your emotional state almost instantly. When you feel yourself drifting into that fog, take 3 deep inhales, or try this. Fill a bowl with ice water. When the apathy hits, plunge your hands in for 30 seconds, or splash cold water on your face. The shock activates something in your body that helps calm your stress response. Your body goes, "Whoa, what's happening?" And in that moment, the old pattern gets interrupted. Now, if what you're feeling is less numb and more jittery, you need to move that energy through your body instead of letting it sit there vibrating. Stand up. Set a timer for 60 seconds. Now shake your hands like you're trying to fling water off them. Shake your arms. Shake your legs. This isn't exercise. This is discharge. Your body produces stress hormones that get stored in your muscles, and shaking literally helps move them out. Animals do this naturally after danger passes. We've forgotten how. Here's another one. Stand facing a wall, arm's length away. Place both palms flat against it. Now push. Push hard, like you're trying to move the wall. Hold that push for 20 seconds. This reminds your brain that you have a body, that you exist in physical space. When you're floating in numbness, this brings you back. And if you have absolutely no energy, try this. Find a clear piece of wall, sit next to it, swing your legs up so they're resting against the wall, and let your back lie flat on the floor. Stay there for 3 minutes. The gentle reversal of blood flow tells your body, "We're safe now." You can stop running. Sometimes the problem isn't that you can't feel anything, it's that you can't stop thinking. Your brain is looping the same thoughts, and you need something to break that cycle. Try this. Count backwards from 100 by 7s. 100, 93, 86, 79. It's hard enough that you have to focus, and while you're concentrating on the math, you can't simultaneously spiral. Your brain doesn't have enough bandwidth. Or do this instead. Pick a category. Types of fruit. Countries. Animals. Now try to name one for every letter of the alphabet. It requires just enough mental effort to break the loop. And sometimes, what you need isn't to think differently but to feel differently. Find the video that makes you laugh every single time. Bookmark it. When everything feels heavy, watch it. Laughter changes your breathing, increases oxygen, literally cools down your stress response. 60 seconds of real laughter can shift your entire state. Don't try to do all of them. Don't make this another system you have to perfect. Think of these as a menu. When you're feeling numb, try the lemon. When you're anxious, shake it out. When your head feels like static, count backwards or find 5 blue things, then 5 red things. The goal is to have options, because some days the lemon works, some days you need the ice water, some days you just need to lie on the floor with your legs up. And here's the secret that makes this sustainable. You don't add these to your day, you attach them to things you're already doing. After you hang up a stressful call, shake out your hands for 30 seconds. Before you open your email in the morning, do the countdown. When you close your laptop, take 3 minutes for legs up the wall. You're using transitions that already exist. These interrupts aren't going to cure burnout. They're designed to give you enough relief that you can start making the bigger changes that actually do address the root cause. Think of it like this. If your house is on fire, you don't start redecorating. You put out the fire first. These 3-minute resets? They're your fire extinguisher. They create enough space that you can start thinking clearly again. And once you can think clearly, you can start asking the bigger questions. Why am I this depleted? What boundaries have I been ignoring? What am I saying yes to that I need to say no to? But you can't ask those questions from the bottom of the pit. You have to climb up far enough to see the light first. And these resets are the handholds. One more thing. If what you're feeling isn't just work-related, if the numbness has spread into every corner of your life, if it's been like this for weeks and nothing brings relief, that needs professional attention. There's no shame in that. These resets are powerful for acute stress, but they're not a replacement for therapy or medication when those are what's actually needed. So here's where we are. You've been running on empty for so long you forgot what full feels like. Your body pulled the emergency brake and made you numb because it was the only way to keep you from driving off a cliff. And now you're stuck in this weird limbo where you know something's wrong but you don't know how to fix it. The answer isn't in some massive life overhaul you don't have the energy for. It's in these tiny interruptions, these small moments where you shock your system just enough to remember it can feel something other than nothing. You're not broken. Your system is just stuck. And stuck things need a jolt to get moving again. So pick one, just one. The next time you feel that wave of "I can't do this anymore," the next time you catch yourself staring at a screen without seeing it, pick one interrupt and do it. Bite the lemon, shake it out, push against the wall, count backward. Something. Anything that breaks the pattern. Because small resets compound. One 3-minute interrupt leads to another, and slowly, So slowly you might not notice at first, you start coming back online. Not all at once, not perfectly, but enough. Enough to remember that caring isn't supposed to hurt. Enough to feel something other than empty. Enough to start rebuilding instead of just surviving. If this landed differently than you expected, if something in here made you realize you've been in survival mode longer than you thought, drop a comment and just say, reset mode. No explanation needed. Just those 2 words. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is acknowledge where you actually are. And if you know someone who's been moving through life like a ghost of themselves, someone who keeps saying they're fine but you can see they're not, share this with them. They might not have the words for what they're experiencing, but they'll recognize it when they hear it. The door's right there. The 3-minute reset is waiting. The only question is whether you're ready to stop running on empty and start giving yourself the pause you've been denying yourself for months. Your system is tired of the noise. Give it the break it's been begging for.